Welcome to Thought for November the 2nd. Our readings today are 2 Chronicles chapter 31, Daniel chapter 11, and Acts chapter 11 and 12. And our thought is, who has charge of your people? The above words complete Daniel chapter 11, which we read this morning. It is a long chapter with a massive detail about events that were future from Daniel's time. We read yesterday of how an angel came to make you understand what is to happen to your people in the latter days, Daniel 10 and verse 14. And as a result, writes Daniel, I turned my face toward the ground and was mute. No breath is left in me, Daniel chapter 10 and verses 15 and 17. Today's long chapter details a great number of events, and some of the detail is remarkably accurate about the events which happened in the centuries that followed. Skeptics express their conviction that the words must have been written after the events they predicted. Many verses are understood as foretelling events surrounding Antiochus Epiphanes and other warriors and leaders between BC 250 to 150. When the Dead Sea Scrolls were found in the late 1940s and during the 50s, many skeptics were nonplussed that in 3 different caves, no less than 8 scrolls of Daniel were found. Before then, they had tried to reason that the Septuagint translation of the Old Testament into Greek must have been only just before the time of Christ. However, some Hebrew scholars dated the translation as early as BC 200. Naturally, the skeptics disagreed. What fascinates us is that the prophecy ends by reaching forward, and as you read on into Daniel chapter 12, to the time when many of those who sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life. We read in Daniel chapter 12 and verse 2, this follows the time of the end as detailed in Daniel 11 verse 40, and the description of a great day and a great battle in the Holy Land between the armies from the north and south. This is seen to be the same as the Armageddon described in Revelation 16 and verse 16. The king of the north wins, but only briefly. He shall pitch his palatial tents between the sea and the glorious holy mountain, we read in Daniel 11 verse 45. But the verse and the chapter end dramatically with the words, yet he shall come to his end, and with none to help him. Daniel's people are, of course, the Jews, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never has been. Today's largely godless world knows there are storm clouds ahead, and the spirit today is as it is and as it was in Noah's day. And Jesus put it this way, they were eating and drinking, they were unaware until the flood came. Matthew 24 verses 38 and 39. So many will come to their end with none to help them, and as then, so today, nearly all are unaware. They sense the world must be heading for a climax, but blindfold their minds to the reality of a wondrous creator of all that exists, and that he has foretold this world's future. Thank you once again for joining us for Thoughts for the Day, when together we can open up the pages of God's Word together, remembering that they are a lamp to our feet and a light to our path.